Hey guys, welcome to video number 6 on creating a fully functional calculator in Java, of course using JFrame and things like that. In the last video, we moved the 0 over on this side and we added in 1 through 6, and of course we made them work. So yeah, all these obviously work now and everything. So what we're going to start doing now is adding the 0, the decimal, and the plus and minus sign. So pretty simple things. So we're going to go ahead and set the fields for these. So let's see, go ahead and do, we're going to do private J button. And we're going to start with the 0. I should really put it in and group it with these. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and do that. Oops. Alright, so we're going to group it in with those. Private J button, and the decimal is next. Private J button. Alright, the positive and negative. I really don't know what to name it. Posneg. I guess that'll work. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add these buttons here into the actual calculator itself. You guys should already know how to do this. It's pretty simple. So we're going to start with 0. Like so. 0.setBounds. Alright, so we're going to have to go ahead and do some bounding here. That's going to be 10. 194 plus 62. I guess I will just use this calculator because it's ironic. 194 plus 62 is 256. And of course, they need to be the same size as all the other buttons. So now let's add the decimal is equal to new J button, and it's going to be a little period, so don't forget that. Decimal, and we're going to have to set the bounds for this as well, which is going to be 82, 256, 65, and then 55. And we're going to add the decimal in there. And then, what do we name it? Posneg. That's a unique name there. For this one, we're going to do a plus slash minus sign there. And hopefully that'll fit. So posneg. And we're going to have to set the bounds, of course, for this as well, which is going to be 154, 256, 65, and then 55, and we're going to add that to the calculator. Alright, so go ahead and save that. We're going to run it here, and boom, looks great. Obviously, the calculator is kind of long here, so we'll probably resize it and make it go up a little bit, but we can worry about that later. Obviously, they do not work yet, but they will here soon. Alright, so now we're going to make them work here. So we're going to start with the 0. I don't know what it is, but something smells kind of awful. Alright, so we're going to do the 0. We could just easily copy this code, but we're going to have to change some stuff. Actually, there's really no... who cares? So we're just going to display dot. We're going to append the 0, so you can add a bunch of zeros in there. But what we do need to add, though, is if the display dot get text dot equals ignore case 0. What this means is if the display is only but a 0, And we're also going to have to do the length as well. So display dot get text dot length is greater than, I think it was 13. Yep. We're going to have this return here. So can't do anything, and I think that's pretty much I think that's all that's going to be needed there. So we're going to go ahead and test that out. Alright, so that's good. Boom, 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 boom. Works like a charm. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the decimal. Decimal.add action listener. New action listener. Alright, we're going to do display dot append. We're going to make it append a decimal. The thing is you can't have like more than one decimal on the calculator, so we're going to have to do that. So if display dot get text, and if it contains a decimal, we're just going to make it return, so you can't add another decimal. I think that's all that's needed for that. Can't do another decimal, so it works like a charm. Alright, works great. That's pretty good. Now we're going to have to do the positive and the negative. So posneg.add action listener, new action listener. Let's see, what's the best way we can do for the negative? Let's see, a positive times a negative would make it negative, and a negative times a negative is a positive. So I think what we can do is take the display and just multiply it by -1. Yeah, I think that's what we need. Sorry for the jump cut. A YouTube page opened up and I had to check a Skype message. Kind of important. So yeah, I'm sorry for having to jump cut. So we're doing the positive and negative here. So yeah, we're gonna have to anything times a negative should work just fine. So basically, we have to set the text here. Double dot to string. Double dot. We're gonna parse a double of display dot get text times -1, which works wonders. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this out real quick. Obviously that doesn't make much sense there. So if display dot get text dot equals ignore case. So if it's nothing but a 0, we don't really want it to do anything, so we're just going to make that return. And also it adds that point O. So we could do something like if display dot get text dot ends with .0, display dot set text display dot get text dot replace the .0 with basically nothing. So that should work just fine. So we have 52. Oh, that's pretty sexy actually. Let's see if I can find a bug like that. Nope. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's pretty legit. Alright. So yeah, there we go. I don't know what time we're at the moment. I can only do about a max of 15 minutes for YouTube uploads. So yeah, I do apologize for that jump cut again. I don't like doing jump cuts, but you know, it happens, and I don't want you guys to be like, "Whoa, what just happened?" Or I had to check my Skype and everything. So yeah, I do apologize for that. Anyway, check back for video number 7 for the next part on how to create your calculator. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you then.